So pricing procedure is what? Pricing procedure is module is nothing but it is a way to determine the price in the purchasing documents, right? So if we have any PO suppose, what already we have created, if we go into the conditions tab, any PO that we have created, that it has adopted some sort of pricing procedure. In the condition tab, if you go scroll down, you can have the condition record analysis of the PO pricing procedure. What is the pricing procedure we have used? Right? That is nothing but. So this is the PBXX, PB00. PBXX is nothing but what? It is the it a time dependent price, right? That is nothing but the PBXX. And PB0, PBXX is what? Whatever the price you are directly maintain, right? Into the PO itself, right? That's price we have maintained over here. That is called as PBXX, right? And if any price is occurred from, suppose, if we see, there are the price, right? Some sort of things where we charge in, and the difference, whatever the pricing is, nothing but we are getting is the maintaining price directly at your PO, the first case, and the second one we called it as a PBO00. That is, the price is occurred from the info record. We create the info record, and from the info record, it gets fetched into the purchase order or any purchasing document. That price is called as PB00. That is time independent. Those prices are taken from info record or from the RFQs, right? From anywhere, what we have taken. See, the PB00 price, if you remember, right, this price is called as, it's a time independent, and such kinds of price PB00, if this price is faced into the PO, that means this price you have not entered directly into the PO. ज्या वेळेला PB00 हे आलेलं असेल एखाद्या PO मध्ये, that means either it has came from the info record, it has came from the RFQs, right? Right, see, this is your info record. What is the price of the info record is 750 rupees, right? So 750 is faced into the PB00. Second, the first will show that PBXX. It is not having any info record at all. You have directly entered into the purchase order. That is called as PBXX price. PBXX price. So generally, pricing procedure contains the steps if we want to see. The first is access sequence, if it is required, I'll say. Second, we called it as condition schema. Third one is called as calculation schema. And the last one is this two is gets vendor schema and purchase organization schema. In this way, this particularly, right, this way, this works. First, we need to create access sequence. Whether it is required, then and then only we create, right? Or do we directly create the condition schemas, right? Today, we'll start the pricing procedure in order to understand directly from the condition schema. The access sequence is something we can see later on, right? So go to the SPRO backend, reference ING, SAP, right? Go to the material management, go to the purchasing, right? And here, scroll down, you will find a conditions. Go into the conditions. In the conditions, you will have defined price determination process. In the price determination process, we do have this access sequence. It's a cross client. What is that cross client stands for? Access sequence is generally taken care by the multiple modules across the clients, and those will be taken care. So whenever we are going to work on the access sequence, we should work very carefully. Second is these are the access sequence. So generally, we are not going to create any access sequence right now. We'll directly starts with the define condition types. So define condition types. You can see that in the RFQ as well as in the price, you can pull the many ways, many conditions, right? Freight quantity, freight percentage, and all. So you can create your own by copying the standard. Right? This is already they have created. If we see, right, this way they have maintained. So what we can do, either if you want to maintain a percentage oriented, right, right, anything, anything you want to maintain value oriented, you may maintain accordingly. So what we can do, I'll just say here, we'll just find out this is a freight, right? Normal freight, we can say. This we have freight percentage and discount. So what we can do, I'll just copy this. I'll give we say handling charges. I'll give as handling charges in percentage. Right? Enter, enter. What is this? You just see over here. Because the rest of the thing I want to maintain as it is, right? First of all, condition class. What is the condition class? It is either I want to maintain a discount or a surcharge, but handling charges means what? Additional charges I want to apply. So that is called as surcharge, right? First one. So that particular class you need to select. Amongst which particular class you want to select the condition class. Second is the calculation type. Yes, it is on the percentage basis. If it's a fixed amount, you can select as a fixed amount. Depending upon these many conditions, you may select your condition type. Condition category is based on the delivery cost. Where how it is based on? It is based on the delivery cost B. Second, if it's based on packaging, then you can go with respect to the packaging. So this way, generally, we are going to be create the condition type. So we have created one handling charges. Save it out. I'll give new as pricing procedure. Okay. right? This way I have created one charge, sorry, one condition type here. Similarly, if you want to go with respect to the discount, vendor discount, something else, you want to add, say, I will go with respect to that also. Select that. Otherwise, see, if you are not going to copy it from here, what you need to do is you need to go to the new entry and you are going to maintain all the data, what is required. So instead of that, what I am going to select is I'm selecting the based on the same one, right? I'll just take it, I'll just copy it, right? And rename it and save it on the required properties. If minor level changes are there, we are going to save it out. So any discount related you want to maintain, you can maintain that way also. Whatever the circumstances, and based on that, vendors thinks that these are the charges or the discounts or any related, we can say pricing oriented condition you want to maintain, you can maintain from here, right? So I just said this is the before the start PBXX, PB00, both are appearing from here itself. These are the conditions. See, I want to give the discount on net. So what I can do, I'll just go over here, copy, right? Instead of that, what we can say Z, that is vendor discount in percentage. That's it. It's respectively the conditions get plus minus. You can see if discount is there, it could be negative. Value has to be deducted from the amount. And if the surcharge or something is there, then it could be positive that the condition value gets added. The rest calculation will remain same. Put enter, save. So what two conditions we have created over here? ZVDA and ZHCA. We have created two conditions. Now go back, right? Now you need to go to the define calculation schema, right? What is schema group stands for? It is the pricing procedure, right? Right, you can see this RM 4 times 0. This is the basic pricing procedure utilized everywhere. So this pricing procedure RM 4 times 0 is utilized everywhere in any purchasing document. Apart from that, you will see for header level, or we can say the stock transfer related, generally we use RM4 times 0. Sorry, for RM0002, they have replaced these names and utilize their own pricing procedure. So in order to utilize the pricing procedure, what we can do, this is the standard pricing procedure. You see over here. It is there, right? This is the pricing procedure utilized. So before that, we create pricing procedure according to our requirement. So similarly, copy it, right? So what I'll give is RM HPCL. Okay, that is HPCL pricing, say domestic. Enter, copy all. You can see at the bottom, you'll get the yellow flag. Till the time you have to enter, every conditions get copied. It will somewhere around 10 or 15 times you need to make enter. The entries are copied, save it. You have saved it. Now, where is your pricing procedure? This is my pricing procedure, right? I'll go to the control data Here, all the conditions are maintained initially. So what we can do is, you can see that. So typically, these are the confirmed price, that any price that they want to maintain. If any particular thing, if they want to maintain, they maintain accordingly. Suppose anything you want to maintain. Now, the conditions what we have created, it is similar to this conditions, right? Freight oriented. So they have maintained the accrual keys, accounting keys. What is the accounting key? Accounting key is the fret they have created at the back end and assigned, and the accruals, right? These are the accruals is something what which is based on your total calculation oriented, the fed provision and the clearing. These keys are maintained. Wherever it is required, they have maintained these particular keys. Right? So this is what, if you untick it, right? Any condition. It's a manual entry. Yes, you tick it, it becomes manual. It becomes required, then that times it becomes mandatory. If you tick it over here. And the third one is the statistical provision, depends upon the conditions we can have. So how you enter your condition here? Simply select this, select the step number 20 to 31 is meant is available. So what we can do, just copy. 30 is available, right? Go to the condition type here. What is the first conditions we have maintained is handling charges. Enter, enter. It has appeared. Save it, right? So counter is typically occurred depending upon the requirement. Similarly, you can have, right? 30, 31. We can have one more, right? You just go over here. 29 is also available, right? So you go. What is the second we have created is enter, save. So it has appeared in your pricing procedure. Whatever is not required, you just see, somebody has already created Z. Z stands for these are the customers. So see, basically price markup are used from the SD point of view. So I'll just remove that part. What is whatever not required, you just select it from here and see transportation. This is what they have additionally created. In your, just if you want to understand whatever you have created, save it. You just save it and come back. Right? So you have maintained, this is the calculation procedure generally we call it. You maintain your own pricing procedure. See, pricing procedure may varies. It may varies depends upon the, now I have created the domestic one. What is the difference in domestic and international? Right now you are creating the PO that is called it as a domestic POs. Right? You are procuring PO, say from, you are in the Pune, you are procuring material either from Delhi, either from Mumbai or Kolkata. So in that case, either you'll have the CGST, IGST, central taxation would be there, state taxation would be there. But when you go across the borders, suppose you want to purchase a material from the China. So what you need to maintain the excise duties, whatever you need to pay. So those parts are available. In that case, your pricing procedure may differ. Here you have created RMHS HPCL, that is domestic. So that excise related conditions, additional freight charges, additional handling charges, port charges. Suppose from China to India, you are procuring a material via ship. So China is supplying the material first of all to the Kolkata port via sea. So the number of, according to the number of days, the clearance of the excise would be taken at the Kolkata port, right? Then from the Kolkata, you are getting your material into the Pune via road. So that time, these particular taxation depends upon the states you we are going to bear. So import procedure and the normal domestic procedure has different pricing procedure, right? So initially we have created HPCL pricing domestic. Now it's time to create defined calculation scheme. What is this schema? It is the category of the vendor, simply, nothing else. Here, you are going to create two types of schemas. One for the vendor, one for the purchase organization. If we go into the, say, any vendor, I'll go to the XK02. Initially, what we have created, enter HPCL, right? And if you select from here, it will select all, it will deselect all. I'll go to the purchasing data here. Only I want that. Enter. Now here you can see that which schema vendor is assigned over here. No, nothing we have assigned till the time. Because either it's a domestic schema, import schema, what kind of schema is this? That you need to assign to the vendor. And where are we configuring that? We are configuring here. That is the vendor schema, right? You create this, first of all, schema group for vendors. Create it. What you need to do? Simply new entry. I'll do that DV, that is domestic vendors, and simply second I'll do FVC foreign, or simply whatever I will maintain as import vendors. Import vendors, save it. Saved it. Come back. Now you have created which DV and IV. So simply to better understand, what I'll do is HPCL import. No, no. IV import vendors. HPCL. Save it. Come back. Assign schema group for purchasing organization. What is that? It is simply you have to create a schema group for the P org, right? Your pricing procedure mainly. So what I'll do is HPPO, HPCL schema. Okay. Save. Now the third one, if you don't want to create, the system will pick this one, the standard schema, without assignment one. But if you're going to create is that you have to just need make entries and create one. What is this actually? It looks like confusing, but I'll tell you what is that. Just I have shown you. Here we are maintaining the schema group for vendors. The vendor is associated with purchasing organization. Here you can see, right? But there should be, and your this schema group is going to assign to the pricing procedure. There should be a linkage between the schema group, pricing procedure, that is calculation schema, that this relate based on the import and Indian. Just now we have created. Sorry. we have created calculation schema. Calculation schema in simple words आपण म्हणू शकतो प्राइसिंग प्रोसिजर आपण मेंटेन करतो. दोन केलेले आहेत. एक डोमेस्टिक साठी केलेली आहे, आणखी एक केलेली आहे इम्पोर्ट साठी. बट आपण आता डोमेस्टिक साठी केलेली आहे. देअर शुड बी लिंकेज ही प्राइसिंग प्रोसिजर आणि हा स्कीमा ग्रुप ज्या वेंडरला तुम्ही असाइन करणार आहे. देअर शुड बी अ लिंकेज की तीच प्राइसिंग प्रोसिजर तो वेंडर सिलेक्ट केल्यानंतर तिथे यायला हवी. Right? So how you can link that? That is nothing but define schema determination. Sorry, define schema groups and then determination. Right? So schema group for purchasing organization, you have created it. Now third one is assignment of schema group to the P org. Assignment of the schema group to the P org. HPPO. You have HPPO schema group. म्हणजे तुमच्या एक्झिस्टिंग पर्चेसिंग ऑर्गनायझेशनसाठी जी स्कीमा ग्रुप विच इज असोसिएटेड विथ दी पर्चेसिंग ऑर्गनायझेशन जी आता इथं क्रिएट केली दॅट यू आर असाइनिंग टू युअर पी ऑर्ग. तुम्ही जो इथं क्रिएट केलेला असेल, कोणी WPL केलेला असेल, WPPO केला असेल किंवा MSIL केलेला असेल, त्याच्याशी जो तुम्ही इथं पी ऑर्गशी रिलेटेड क्रिएट केला होता तो तुम्ही इथं असाइन केला. नाऊ टाइम इज define schema determination. You have to go to the determine the calculation schema for standard purchase order. Where we are configuring this? We are configuring this for the purchase order. This is the main linkage, right? You just come here, make a new entry, schema group for POR. कोणता create केलाय? HPPO. Enter. And this is already connected to your existing purchase organization, right? बरोबर आहे? कळतंय का? Sumit, Radhika,
होय.
this connection, what I'll just go back one more time. Here define schema group एक vendor साठी create केलेला आहे जो आपण कुठं assign करणार आहे. We are going to assign over here the vendor. The second we have created for the PR and that you need to assign to your existing purchasing organization. So I have done that. HPPO is my existing purchase organization, HPCL, and the schema group I have created is HPPO, right? Come back. Now define schema determination. This is the combination of what? Schema group, vendor schema group, and your pricing procedure. Make a new entry. What is your schema group for purchase organization? It is HPPO. Schema group, vendor schema group आपण दोन केले होते. बरोबर आहे? One is DV. What is domestic vendor? We are going to assign to the R purchasing calculation pricing procedure. This is domestic one. Enter. Similarly, right now I am assigning my second group. Import सुद्धा मी आता domesticला assign करून घेतोय. Okay. Import procedure and RMHPCL. You have got it. Save. So you have linked it. Now we can create the view. But before that, we need to assign to the vendor, right? So instead of assigning here, what I can do, I'll just create new vendor, XK01. Accounting group is downside. Enter. Say, I'll just Ariham chemicals. Say, food. Hmm. Anything you want to maintain, enter. Order currencies INR schema group. So I'll maintaining this as TV, domestic vendors, right? Domestic vendors. GR based invoice verification, right? We maintain over here. Anything is required, the return vendor. Any typical purchase group you want to maintain, you can maintain here. So what is the number is 108 4400108. Now go to the PO ME21N directly. What is RPO? Say 108. Now you can see that it is not having whatever conditions we have created. What happened? These are appearing right here. First of all, you need to manually select it. And if I make it, suppose you will get it from here. Now suppose I'll maintain as ZSCA. Those we are not maintained as a required field right now. See, I can maintain from here. Say I'll give 10%. It is appearing. Now again we'll go back here. Suppose SPRO, reference IMG, right? Material management. Conditions. Here, whatever the pricing, and if the pricing procedure is appearing as that of ours, we can see the analysis. See, RMHPCL is the HPCL pricing procedure. Everything is appearing as per the requirement, right? You can see over here. Condition, sorry, I'll go to the calculation schema. pricing procedure, control data. If we go to the PO, it is appearing here, right? Whatever just now I have shown to you that pricing procedure, because you are assigned that schema group for vendor to the vendor, same to the purchase organization, and typically you are getting the pricing. But you need to pick it over here, and if you want to make it mandatory, right? Right, without the accrual keys, what we can do that we can simply go with respect to remove this, right? If not required, check with removing the accrual key, accounting keys and the accrual keys. Save it. Data was saved. Go back to the PO, check it out. Any difference you observed, then let me know, right? Did you got the difference over here? दिसला का?
Already आले.
Yes. So when you make it manual, you come over here, you select it, right? Give the net price. Okay. Now, when you go there, it is not necessary whether you maintain it or no. Okay. But it will appear. I'll check it. Any problem, no message. But see, suppose I'll provide the disk when handling charges is 20%, right? So the actual price becomes 12 and 120, and I'll provide the vendor discount as 10%, right? Minus 10, right? It is appearing. Check it out. Save it. Before saving again, I'll show you that it is the schema group is based on to go to the analysis. Yes, our pricing procedure is appearing. PBXX is showing. Why PBXX? PBXX is appearing because you are entering the price directly into the PO. If the price gets pulled from the info record RFQs, instead of that, it will show as PB00. इझी आहे. एखादा पीओ ओपन केला, प्राइस मध्ये जर समजा नेट ग्रॉस प्राइस पीबी एक्स एक्स दाखवत असेल, देन इट इज सेम्स ॲज यू हॅव एंटर्ड द प्राइस इन टू द पीओ. PB00 जर दाखवत असेल, द प्राइस इज आयदर फ्रॉम युअर RFQ request for quotation or either from your info record, and based on that you can maintain these particular conditions, right? Save it. Now you have saved it, right? So typically you create a PO with the help of domestic pricing procedure, where what you have done is you go into the vendor, you have assigned the schema group here, that is DV, because this is the domestic vendor. This DV is associated with the schema, calculation schema. कुठं आहे? The step that is define schema determination. You can see this is schema for PORG, which is connected to your purchase organization. This is your schema group for vendor, which is connected to your vendor. These two are linked, and this is then further linked to your pricing calculation procedure, which is appearing into your view. You got the point? Step number one. That's why I've shown to you. Access sequence we'll see later on. Otherwise, if not required, we cannot see. Condition schema. We have created the conditions. दोन conditions केले आपण या वाले. Then calculation schema. Calculation schema मध्ये काय केलं? एक पहिला vendor schema केली, purchasing organization schema केली. आणि ही assign केली कुणाला? आपल्या existing PO ला. And the last step is define कुठलीच लास्ट स्टेप केली आपण आता डिफाइन स्कीमा डिटर्मिनेशन इन डिफाइन schema determination. What we have did is we have did a linkage between vendor schema, purchase organization schema and the calculation schema. What is calculation schema? म्हणजे ही actual pricing procedure असं म्हणू शकतो. या तिन्हीचं कॉम्बिनेशन केलं. That's why after that you can see your pricing procedure typically in the purchase order. Right into the purchase order. You condition record, you can see any available. So if you want to select this condition record, analysis, give the breakups, whatever the standard what we have maintained, accordingly it has done that way, right? So this is all about your pricing procedure. Right? Any doubt?
No, sir.